right, y'all. I have been vlogging. I just ain't posted it, but welcome back to another video. It's your girl, Jayla. I'm headed off to do the... Y'all see the shirt? God has a plan. With who picture on there? Me, because God has a plan. Stay tuned for the full video, all right? So, y'all, I'm headed to do... I got a business meeting here at Southern Regional. And then I cannot be out here and not get me some donuts. Consider it donuts to celebrate the new year, okay? But, gonna do this quick meeting and then go get me some donuts and then go back to the house because I ain't doing nothing today. Nothing. Chilling today. So I'm gonna go ahead. I have been vlogging and I have not been posting because I've been doing other stuff. But I'm telling you this, I'm locking in 2025. I'm locking into everything. And it's not like I haven't been locking in. I just have been forgetting to post. And I feel like you cannot halfway execute. And that's what I'm trying to tell myself. You cannot halfway execute. So I'm going to go ahead and post all my vlogs. I'm going to get it out there. Because I am truly 100% believing God that my YouTube is going to expand 2025. Everything I do is going to expand and I'm going to have victory. Okay, cool. But no, y'all. So, ooh, the light got bright on me. Jesus. But, oh, I'm supposed to be turning right here. Cool. If you just go ahead and turn, you won't have any issues, I promise. But y'all, so I just want to let you guys know, like 2025 is going to be a great year. Do not forget to get along with God. But I'm going to be locking in. And I ask that you guys lock in as well. Like, oh no, this sun is like super bright on me. Like, it's super wild. Let me see if I can fix that. Can you fix that on here? Oh no, that's a zoom. That's definitely zoom. Can you fix, how do you do that? Or are you not able to? I guess it cannot be fixed. I guess when it comes to the sun, you just gotta let the sun do what it's gonna do. But not me. I'm gonna go buy me an ND filter because, oh no, you're not gonna have me on here looking brighter than bright. But legit, y'all, I am locking in. I ask that you all lock in as well. Do the things that God's called you to do. If that's something you want to do, if there is anything that you want to do, go ahead and say, God, I'm locking into it right now and do it. Work hard at it. That's what I'm doing in 2025. Although, like, starting out in January with the 21 days of fasting, I'm going to be doing a vlog series where we're going to go through the book of Nehemiah and the book of Ephesians, talking about how we're going to have victory in this season. And so I think that's going to be really dope. And I'm just going to encourage you guys to lock in as well. Lock in with me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That's one way you can lock in with me. But I want to be consistent. I want to be like, y'all going to know, like, if y'all go to anybody vlogs, y'all going to go to Jayla vlogs. Jayla's going to encourage you, give you a good little laugh. You're going to see her mess up sometime, but you're also going to see her win. And then this season, we're winning. But I'm going to tell you this, there's no winning without push and start. There's no winning without pushing forward. There's no winning without locking in. Like, in order to win, you have to lock in. So for anybody to tell you that you can just win in 2025 and you don't have to do nothing, do not believe that. Please do not. You have to lock into something. God does not allow people to just lock in and they haven't, because, like, just think about it. If you are trying to do something, right, and you didn't have to work to get there, or you didn't have to do anything to get there, you want to know what you're going to end up doing? You're going to end up not taking care of it, not maintaining it, not doing what God has called you to do with it. But if you work for something and you work along God and keep God first and you're doing what God has called you to do and you're putting your best foot forward, you know what's going to happen? You're going to maintain it. You're going to know how to thrive in it and survive in it. Anything God gives you, He's not going to give you something that's going to kill you. You have to survive in what God has called you to do. So I just want to remind you guys, like, you have to lock in to win. I've never seen anybody do any sport or any business that they didn't lock into. You never see that. You never see anybody say, oh, well, I'm going to do this, and they didn't lock in, or they didn't learn about it. Like, you just can't. So please do not let people get you twisted in that area to think that you ain't got to lock in. Like, don't let nobody make you feel that way. Don't let nobody make you think, oh, well, I'm going to just get it. I'm just going to wake up and I'm going to have it. And for some cases, it might be true. But everybody I know is, God said the race isn't given to the swift, but the one who endures, which means you got to lock in. You got to endure. So if I don't encourage you to do nothing else, I want to encourage all of you guys to just lock in and endure what God has called you to do. Lock in. Start the race. I'm here at Southern Regional. Like I said, for this meeting, I'm super bright on this camera right now, and the sun is getting brighter, so I'm going to stop filming. So, y'all, I had to come to Books A Million. I feel like it is wrong for me to come out here and not stop by to see what new Bibles. Y'all, I'm going to show y'all my Bible collection when I get to the house. Y'all going to be like, this girl crazy. But I feel like you can never have enough. And they have them the big book sale. So I came in here for a book, but I'm also going to look at some Bibles too. I don't have an ESV Bible, but I've been wanting one. Only thing is, I don't like the front of it. I ain't really rocking with the front of it at all, actually. They don't sell for $30. It's really, this is nice. Honestly, I can tell y'all this. There is no Bible that I don't have. Like, I legit do not need another one. And yes, I'm not one of those people who buy Bibles and don't read it. I read mine. I've been wanting an ESV Bible. They're just so small. Like, I wonder why they made them like that. Like, let me show y'all how small they be. It's like this small. I feel like it's a pocket Bible. Oh no, the words are too small. Legit. Oh, this Bible here is nice, though. Sorry, y'all. I'm shaking y'all everywhere because I'm trying to get this Bible back in. But I know it's going to be small. So it's like, what's the purpose? Hey, I can't get it back. It's like it wanted to come with me. I couldn't get it back in the... Why won't you go back in your home? This Bible here is nice. I like the way it looks. If I did get one, it would be this, just off of looks. Let me show y'all. Ain't that thing crispy? That is nice. This is nice. I feel like that's real nice. I feel like it wouldn't be for... How you have this nice freaking Bible, but look at the words. Who gonna read it? I don't like the silk pages stuff. Let's see. Here. Let's see. There we go. This too big. Now this right here is too big. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy. I have a super giant print Bible, but it ain't that big. It ain't that big. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Why? Please, I'm not racist at all. But why don't we have any fiction Christian books that can appeal to the African American young audience? Why? But it's okay, because I'm coming out with one. But I want one that I can read, so I need somebody else to join me so I can read y'all books. Like, look at this section. Who is reading this? Tell me. Uh-oh. I don't want to read nothing about. Nope. I don't want to read nothing about no Amish one. I'm sorry. I know. Let me just say this. One, I have never seen ever in my life seen that many people in Books A Million. Two, why don't they have any good books? Three, why don't we have any Christian fiction books? Like, we do. But why are they all about Amish women? Like, I ain't got nothing against y'all, but I'm sorry. Like, come on, y'all. We got to produce some books. Like, Kingdom Christian people, come on. Where y'all at? Like, maybe I'm looking over y'all, but show me what the Christian fiction books are. I know I'm going to put me out one, but I want to read some other ones. So, where y'all at? Come on. Just come on with the come on. Come on. Come on. Stop sitting at the altar crying. Say, God, I don't know what to do. God, I don't know what to do. God, I don't know how to do it. And just do it. Like, at this point, because I feel like at this point, God, like, I'm sick of your whining. Like, come on. Please, y'all. Please. Let's get out here and do what God called us to do. Let's stop worrying about what people think about us. Let's stop wanting to get in the pulpit so bad that we're not advancing in the kingdom. Let's stop wanting the microphone so bad that we're not blazing a trail for God. Come on. We need books. We need them. Fictional books. Come on. Come on. I know it's hard. I know you want to take a nap, but come on. Come on. Like, I legit feel like y'all have told us enough about how to get money. Like, and in reality, how do you get money? Is by doing what God called you to do. By going out here and being a disruptor. You have read enough get rich, save $5 a day books. Enough. Like, if you still wavering in your salvation, like, obviously you need to get out and do something because your time is idle. Why are you still battling with all these sins for natures and you don't know how to be saved, you don't know how to pray? Like, at this point, if you still battling with that and you've been saved for 3 to 5 years, like, okay, there's something deeper. You need to get out here and do what God called you to do. You need to wake up, because I ain't never, ever, ever, ever seen the world try to advance more than the kingdom. I've just never seen that. Like, we've read enough self-help books. Like, and don't get me wrong, we need those books. I read a lot of self-help books, but at some point you want to unwind and you want to read a good story. Come on, y'all, give us a good story. I'm gonna give y'all a good story, but I want y'all to give me a good story too. Like, come on. Give me something to eat. Other than that, I'm headed home. I'm not finna be out today because we got church later tonight. I pray you guys have been enjoying all the vlogs, because I'm definitely finna merge this full vlog into one big vlog. And I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm probably just gonna drop them all separate today. Every hour, drop a new vlog. That'll be wild. I wonder if anybody ever did that. Like, but God has done some amazing things for me this year. Legit, he has opened so many doors and just did so much, just like literally. And it's like, God can do more in 1 year, in 1 second, than you could ever think. Like, I remember at the beginning of this year, I didn't have anything. And I'm not saying, oh, I'm rich now, but I'm saying I didn't have any drive. I didn't have any motivation, any go get 'em. I went through a little bit of time of depression. I ain't never felt that before in my life. I went through just not even wanting to do anything. I just wanted to lay down in the bed all day. And I knew God had called me to something. And that's how, right there is a sign to know that you're about to birth something for the glory of God. I really just want to let y'all know that, like, anytime you have any kind of like pain, morning sicknesses, or you just don't want to move, that means God is pregnating you with something. And it's up to you to fight through the noise to do what God has called you to do. A lot of people don't understand that. I didn't understand it for the longest of time. I didn't get it. I didn't realize what God had called me to. And so I knew what he called me to. I just didn't realize how to do it. And I didn't know how it was going to happen. And it's like, can you handle the burden that comes with when God is ready to do what you ask him to do? Can you handle it? And so I literally went through a horrible time. Horrible. It was hard. But when I say I can barely even remember the pain that I felt, like, it's like when God tells you that a woman can go through birth and she no longer remembers the pain. That's how it is. Literally, I remember going through it. I just don't remember, like, dang, I was down and out, because God's goodness will overshadow every pain, everything. Like, when he say his goodness is his goodness, like, y'all, I know it might not seem much to y'all, but if y'all know me, I'm very shy. I don't do too much talking at all. Like, I talk on the vlog, but to like people, I don't do too, and it took me a minute to go ahead and talk on the vlog, for real. Like, in the beginning, you would only see vlogs of like my mom, like, because like I was so intimidated by, one, my voice, two, I was just intimidated about a lot of things. And so, baby, I need you to move in this big body. Thank you, this big body Tahoe, and you in this big body Range Rover, because you saw me put on my turning signal to get over. Like, what was you thinking? But yeah, whatever. Back to what I was saying. I legit was having a hard time. And so to see, one, God make a way for me to even do a stage play, to even have the mindset, like, it's just crazy to even write a stage play. And it was a pretty darn good stage play. Like, it probably wasn't the best, but it was pretty good. Like, this lady here driving mad crazy in this Range Rover. Like, I want her to get from behind me ASAP. But I legit was like, God, whatever you want to do in this season, I'll do it. Whatever you want me to say yes to, I'll say yes. God said, I want you to do a stage play. He told me that in March. I did that stage play, and literally I saw the hand of God move. Every time I went up to purchase wood, to purchase anything, even when I needed to learn about it and to study it, God made a way. I would get literally a photo shoot from people who they don't even know me, like, or somebody would get their ticket and I'll be able to purchase the wood, I'll be able to purchase the building, like, just different things. My car broke down before. My laptop crashed. I had to get a new laptop literally 2 weeks before the play. Not only that, I even had a speaking engagement. I preached the gospel. I ain't never did that before, y'all, ever in my life. I didn't even know how to write a sermon. Like, when I say it's literally the glory of God, I know a lot of people say, oh, well, you need a mentor. You do need an accountability partner. But if God wants you to do something, he'll teach you everything you need to be taught. He will show you everything I ain't walking around my church with somebody who was helping me. It's me and my mama. Like, so for all y'all who are in the church and you like, well, wow, this person ain't pointing me, it's okay. Like, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to have. I'm not saying it's a good thing to not have them. I'm just saying it's okay. If you get along with God, learn God for yourself, he will open so many doors for you. He will teach you everything you need to be taught. I needed to learn how to do. God made a way for me to purchase masterclass. I learned how to write through masterclass. Literally listening to other people who are higher than me, learning from their masterclass of how they got to the level, how did they think and process. I literally went to people's podcast interviews and literally studied What did they do? How did they think? How did it happen for them? How did they process? What tools were they using? Like, I study. I went through depression and I kept studying. Like, literally, I kept studying. I'm telling you guys this because I'm not where I want to be, but I'm headed in the direction of going to where I want to be. And I don't want you guys to not head there, because there's beauty in the heading there. Like, there's beauty in heading to where God has called you to. I wanted to learn how to do movies. I don't have a degree. Not one degree. I want to learn how to do movies. Do you know how many people look at me and say, Jayla, that's impossible? How many people look at me like, Jayla, you just one little girl from Butts County. Like, I'm trying to do a Christian film movie, put it in the theaters. I went to Albany, Georgia, to study at the Christian Worldview Film Festival. Literally, I went to go study how to do it, how to learn, what does my mindset, I went by myself, and my only mindset was learn how to do it. Get in the place of other people to learn how to do it. I'm thinking about going this year. I don't know yet. I don't know. But I learned I want to go. I might go. But I learned so much, y'all. I learned so much stuff that I was like, to God be the glory. And it was such a wonderful time. I got to meet the Kendrick brothers. I got to meet some of the people in their movies. But I got to learn. I got to see new films that were coming out, seeing how they did it, how they was relying on the grace of God. My scripture for this year was Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. That was my verse for this year, and I stood on it. Anytime that I tried to lean on my own understanding, I said, God, I put you back in the mix. I can't lean on me. I can't lean on Jayla, because Jayla don't know. Jayla can't get herself there. And even though laziness was trying to kick in, I pushed myself. Listen, it's going to try to kick in. It's going to try to come. Do not get me wrong. Like, I really hope this is like helping some people or motivating some people. Laziness is going to come. You're going to get tired. You're going to want to take a nap. You're going to want to say, I want to go out to eat and just eat a whole bunch of food. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You are going to start trying to doubt, but I'm going to tell you this. Do not let it win. You have dominion. That is dominion. You have the power to say no. You have the power to create space. You have that power. You have dominion. Dominion is not saying, I'm going to go, I see what you're doing over there, and I'm going to take over your land. I see what you're doing over there, and I'm going to just try to mimic you. That is not dominion. That's imitation. There's a difference between dominion and imitation. There's a difference. Hear me. There is a big difference, and I learned this because sometimes we'll say, well, I see it's easy for them, so it must be easy for me. No, you're imitating, you're copying. Have dominion. Have dominion over your life. That means you don't have to let everything in your life. You don't have to let everything control you. If God said you could do it, you could do it. That's dominion. That means you're dominating. That's what it is. I'm going to take up space. I'm going to do what I got to do for the glory of God. I'm going to keep God first. I ain't going to let laziness, procrastination, doubt, sin try to creep back up in my life when God already delivered me from that. I ain't got to fool with that mess. I ain't got to talk to everybody. Everybody ain't got to talk to me. Everybody ain't got to look at me. But when they see the winning, they're going to try to talk. And you got to have grace to forgive and say, hey, how you doing? Like, you have to have that. And it's so many people who are not trying to operate at that mindset or that level of faith. And I'm telling you, that is the level of mindset you have to have daily. It don't just stop once you conquer. It's going to keep coming, and you got to keep conquering. You got to keep winning. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. I'm telling you this because I know how hard it can get as young believers or people who are just starting out in what God has called them. It's hard. It's not meant to be easy, but you have to know when to say no and when to say yes, and realize that when you're dominating for God, everything you cannot attach to your life. Legit, like for real. Not only that, but God took me on my first ever movie set, y'all. That right there was crazy in itself. I got that call out of nowhere. Listen, when I say I've never been on a movie set a day in my life. All I said was, that's what I want to do. That's it. I ain't never wrote anything a damn other than like little journals. Other than that, and my slogan that I will always write before I write anything is God has a plan. That's why I go hard for my statement. God has a plan for your life. He has a plan. He tells you about it in his word. I have a plan for you, a plan to prosper you, a plan for you to have great success. But every time you try to let anything knock God's plan off, you alter your destiny. God has a destiny for you. You're destined for greatness. So when I got the opportunity to go on that movie set, to take pictures and do film, I learned so much of how a movie is ran, like certain terminology. Like I learned so much this year, and all I could just say is I'm just so grateful to God that he chose and saw fit to help little old me. And hear me out, I have not gotten everywhere that I want to go, but I do know that if God says it, it can be done. If God puts it in your spirit, it can happen. There is nothing too hard for God, which means if there's nothing too hard for God, then there's nothing too hard for you, because he said in his word that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. As long as you're in Christ, he's going to daily strengthen you. He's going to daily prepare you for the journey. He's going to daily prep you. You're never too far. You're never too away from God for God to bring you back and call you back to himself. Hear me loud and clear. You're never too far for him. He said he's married to the backslider. So if you backsliding, he's married to you. He's not going to let you go. I'm sorry. He's not going, oh, well, you messed up one time, you got to go. He's not that type of God. I'm telling you, he's not that type of God. He's a God of love. He's a God of passion. Now, they don't say that you can go out here and sin now. Hold on now. But it's saying that if you mess up, there's grace for that. If you get something wrong, there's grace for that. And you can come back to the Father through a state of repentance, a state of humbling yourself, and come back to the Father. Hear me now. I'm telling you guys, all you got to do is trust and believe, and God will make a way. I didn't mean for this to become like a little preaching session, but I just want to motivate you guys and let you guys know that God can do the impossible. What you think can't be done in 1 year, God can make it happen in 6 months. What you think that can't be done, like, God can make it. I don't know when the things shifted for me. I don't know. He said he will raise a standard for you. I don't know when it happened. I don't even know how it happened. I just know it happened. That's it. It's like you don't know when, you don't know how, you just know it happens. I'm telling you. That's literally how it goes. Literally how it goes. I feel like if you have my location, then we really friends, because legit, because dadgummit. But no, for real, y'all, like, trust in God, believe in God, lean on him, and God will make everything work for your good, not for your bad. If it ain't good, then it ain't God. If it ain't well done, Keon Henry said, if it ain't done, then it ain't well. If it ain't done, then it ain't God. God said it'll be well done. If it ain't well done, it ain't God. I'm telling you, if it ain't good, if it ain't working for your good, then it ain't God. And that means you need to get God back in control. If it's not, he said, I will work everything, work. That means he'll produce everything for the good of those who love the Lord and are called into his purpose. So if you're in his purpose, and you love the Lord, he's going to work it out for your good. Know that right there. God will work it out for your good. I'm probably going to end this vlog right here because we're going to go to church tonight, and my next vlog that you see will be me ending 2024, walking into 2025. I pray you guys are having a wonderful day. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to keep running up the vlogs. It is literally the last day of 2024. God is about to do some amazing things in your life. Literally, he's going to start today. I'm praying right now in Jesus' name that God will start working things out for your good. I pray that God develops you and molds you how he wants to do it. Not how anybody else wants you to be, but how God sees you. I pray that you start seeing yourself how God sees you. I am praying for you. Like when I say I'm praying for you, I mean it. I am praying for you. We have a good time. We cut up. We laugh. But I'm telling you guys, I am praying for you. And there's such a sweetness about your life that will happen when you hand it over to God. I pray you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. Like I said, January the 6th, we're starting Vlogtory. January the 6th through the 26th. We'll also be doing the 21 days of fasting. No, Fox. He said so. Why he tell me so? I can't put you in. 4, 3, 2.